Hey guys, it's Phyrra and it's time for another Phyrra Says. So if you don't like videos where I just talk, you should skip this video. Otherwise, go ahead and sit back, relax, grab a drink. So I've got a lot of emails asking about my personal style, and I think this is kind of funny. To me, my style is, I guess, alternative, so it might look a little goth, but more importantly, I wear things that I like. I do have a couple collections now set up on eBay with different things that I like the different shirts that have like the little ties at the shoulder, some of the dresses I like, stuff like that. So if you are interested in seeing what I consider my style, you can check them out. You know, with my jewelry, I pretty much love my bunny Paige, who makes my spiked hearts. But I'm also a fan of Rogan Wolf, and Rogan Wolf makes the black jewelry that I have. I don't know what it is, if it's just something in the air, but recently I got some kind of nasty comments on Instagram saying that my piercings were ratchet, which cracked me up because I'm like, who says ratchet anymore? But my aesthetic is definitely one where I like colored hair, I like piercings, I like tattoos. So if, you know, you don't like that, you should just move on and find somebody else that you do like. There's 1,000,001 bloggers on YouTube. You can find somebody who fits that look that you're going for. This is the, look that I enjoy, and I change my look. I change what I wear all the time. I don't always wear dark lipstick. I don't always wear lashes. I don't always wear super dark eyeshadow, but I do like bright eyeshadow a lot. You're not as likely to see neutral looks on my channel, so I'm a firm believer in find what you love and support it, and if you don't like it, move on. Don't be negative and say weird things. It's just not nice. So I've had some new fans email me and ask me if I do YouTube or my blog full time. The answer is no. I make between like 20 and 30 bucks a month off of my YouTube channel. I could not live off of that. I would starve. With my blog, I've been around for 7 years, so I do have a lot of contacts, but again, I don't make my living off of my blog. I make my living off of my job with my partner Dave, and it's doing managing, editing, and writing, so I really love what I do, and it pays well, and basically that's why, I have a house, and I can buy things, and do all the things that I want to do is because I work really hard at my day job, which I love. I had somebody email me to ask me if I had a shopping problem. No, I don't have a shopping problem, but I do have a makeup habit, and I buy a fuck ton of makeup. Phaedra wanted to say hi. She's been to the groomers. She's all pretty and clean and shaved. My arm is healing nicely from having the mole sliced off. It's really just a nice, like almost perfectly round circle underneath the bandage. I've been changing the bandage out twice a day, and I have to use Aquaphor on the wound twice a day. That stuff apparently is no joke. It really, really does help it heal. I don't even know that I'm gonna have a scar with how nicely it's healing. Unfortunately, still no word back from the dermatologist. I received several thank you emails from people for talking about anxiety and how I handle it. I just want to say that I'm glad that you found it encouraging. I know for me personally, until I found a good therapist and was able to get on medication to help with my anxiety, I felt like things were pretty much hopeless. Right now I am the happiest that I have been in probably years. Other than that, I'm really, really excited about the upcoming holiday palette from Kat Von D, which is I think it's called the La Vida Loca Remixed, because it's like this amazing palette that has like a color wheel of all the different colors of the rainbow at the outside, and it's all eyeshadows, and then the inner ring is all like staple neutrals, and it's just the coolest looking palette, and I absolutely have to have it, so I'm dying for this palette to come out. I had some people ask me if these and the Jeffree Star lipsticks are made by the same manufacturer, and the answer is I don't know. I do know that the Jeffree Stars are cruelty-free and vegan, and that Kat Von D recently said on Facebook that hers are cruelty-free and vegan, but I have no idea if they're made by the same manufacturer. I will tell you that I chose to buy Kat Von D Echo instead of Jeffree Star Abused because I absolutely hated the name Abused. It really bothered me. I couldn't buy a product named Abused, which is funny because I have no problem buying products that are named things like S&M, like from Urban Decay, or Super Orgasm from NARS. That doesn't bother me, but if you name a lipstick Abused, I don't want to buy it. I've also got a lot of questions from people on what's the best liquid lipstick formula. I do absolutely have a fuck ton of liquid lipsticks. I've got at least 5 of the Anastasias. You've seen me wear Unicorn a ton because I love the color. It's like a pinky purple shade. I feel like these are extremely comfortable to wear. I do feel like they're more comfortable than the Kat Von D or the Jeffree Star. So the Jeffree Star, which I have a lot of the colors, are all really comfortable for me to wear. The Kat Von D, I have 3 of the newer formula and 3 of the older formula. They're fairly comfortable. I also have Phyrra's. Phyrra's are, I think, the most comfortable because basically the way I wear these, I put on an OCC color pencil and then I layer the Phyrra color on top, and they're just, I don't know, they're the most comfortable to wear. But after the Phyrra, I would probably say that the Anastasia, and then we've got Jeffree Star, Kat Von D, and then after that, probably LA Splash. But I haven't been wearing the LA Splash so much because a couple of my LA Splash just stink. And I don't know if it's just they went off and they're bad and I should throw them away, but like they almost smell like, I don't know, they smell weird. I need to ask somebody who has a better nose than I do to smell them to see if they're off or just weird. They have like a weird paint type smell going on. Oh, so I do also want to mention the Ofra long wearing liquid lipsticks. These don't dry down to a matte finish. They are not like a liquid to matte formula, but they're really comfortable and long lasting and moisturizing. So if you're after a liquid lipstick formula that's pigmented but moisturizing, this would be it. But these are not kiss proof. They're gonna come off if you make out with somebody, so you can't just kiss anybody wearing these. Whereas what I'm wearing right now doesn't come off in my hand. I did want to ask you a question. For years and years and years, I've swatched on eyeshadow primer because I only wear eyeshadow with eyeshadow primer because otherwise it will just come off my eyes. I've done like regular eyeshadows, not complex shades, swatched them without eyeshadow primer, and I feel like they look lackluster. I also feel like it's easier for me to see when there's a problem with the eyeshadow if I'm swatching it without primer. So I'm torn. Should I keep swatching without primer for like normal colors that are like mattes and like shimmers but that are not complex colors? Because with, you know, complex colors like from Darling Girl or other indie companies, I have to use a primer because they're such complex shades. They've got all this multi-dimensional shimmer going on. I don't want to miss that. But for regular like eyeshadow palettes, what do you think? Primer, no primer? Yeah, so like I felt like when I swatched the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette, because I swatched it without primer, the eyeshadow swatches were just so lackluster. But it did show me which shades were prone to be problematic. However, once I used the eyeshadow palette for a while, some of the problematic shades didn't seem so difficult. So I don't know if it's just that I got better at using the eyeshadows or like the hard top layer came off or what. So yeah, I'm torn. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. Should I continue swatching with primer or should I go without primer for, you know, most palettes in the non-complex colors? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, be sure you subscribe to my channel. I make new videos on Tuesdays and Fridays and sometimes in between. Thanks so much for watching.